Hey, it's Tom here. It's a dark day. It's a gloomy day in Nova Scotia. Summer's coming to a close, so the days are getting shorter, and unfortunately, it's getting cooler. So, but with this video today, I wanted to put together something quick just to show you what I bring with me on my automotive shoots. Now, it's important to have every tool you need, of course, to capture the photos you want. In this video, I'll just take a few minutes, go through what I bring with me, along with my camera, what lenses do I use, what other accessories do I bring with me, and of course, what other items do I find that are useful during a shoot. Now, my camera is the 5D Mark II, and because of the range of the IS capabilities of the lens, my most frequently used lens is the 24-105. For any wider shots, I do have the 17-40L as well. For close-up details, so for details on badges and interiors, for example, I do use the 100mm macro. And if I want to isolate the car or compress the background, I do use the 70-200, the f4L. Now, I find with these four lenses, it does give me a good range. I've never been in a position where I found there was something I wasn't able to capture with what I have. So with these four lenses, I feel it is a good mix, and it does give me a lot of opportunities to capture the photos I'm looking for. I do have a rig as well for automotive motion shots. Unfortunately, I've not had a lot of time to really set up and use this, but once I've had some experience with the rig, I'll be doing some videos really with my experience using that as well. So I'm really looking forward to get started with the rig to really get some nice dynamic shots as well. The Lee filters are a series of filters that attach to your camera, and they're attached by what's called the foundation kit. I do have two adapters, one the 77mm lens, which allows me to use filters with the 24-105 and the 17-40, and I also have the adapter which allows me to use it on with the 70-200 as well. The Lee graduated filters allow me to adjust the exposure of the sky itself. With the foreground being dark and the background being bright, you can't really get a good exposure without taking two separate photos and blending them together later in Photoshop. Along with my camera, the most necessary piece is my tripod. It's impossible really to capture anything in terms of light painting without it, and very hard in low light. So for every low photo, I also use a small beanbag so I can place the camera really as close as possible to the ground while having a nice steady platform to work from. Now, I do try to make it a habit to bring a couple towels with me as well, and really it's for two reasons. I use a large beach towel that I lay on the ground that I can lay on when I'm using the beanbag or getting some low shots. Really keeps me from getting dirty. So, and the other towel, it's a little smaller, but I usually put it down close to where I'm shooting, and really with the photo shoot itself, I do like to lay out some lenses, some filters as well, and really having them just on the towel, organized well. I can quickly switch out lenses, I can switch out filters, and it does save me a lot of time from having to go in and out of my camera bag each time. The Ice Light. The Ice Light 2, it's really an essential part of my workflow with the night shots. The Ice Light itself, it does cast a nice natural light on the car. Along with the Ice Light, I do use these barn doors. So this optional barn doors, I do recommend them, but it does give me better control of the light. Controlling the light hopefully keeps my feet out of the photo, which are very hard to clone out later in Photoshop. If I do have access to the car in the evening, I like to use the Ice Light to light paint the car. It takes time to really get the right exposure, along with the power level of the lights, and the process usually includes some exposure blending in Photoshop. But I do have other videos. Please see the other videos I have that goes into a little more detail on the light painting process itself. Now, there is a couple other things I like to bring with me. I do have a polarizer. It's a polarizer filter. I did get this off Amazon Basics. I think it was $35. It's good to have. I've used it a couple times. I do like the results. I don't use it every time though with the car shots. I do also bring a small ladder, and it's a 2-foot aluminum ladder. And the reason I bring that is just to give me some other options when it comes down to the composition. So it allows me to get higher, even with the 2-foot ladder. It does give me some better opportunities to get some other shots as well. So that's it. That's a quick rundown of what I bring with me during my automotive shoots, and I will see you again next time in the next video.